What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news video on this Wednesday, the 25th of January. Days are moving fast and days are becoming more crazy because in not even 12 hours time or whatever, we went from Allegri's gonna be sacked to Allegri's gonna stay until 27. So that's the situation. Basically, the situation is the media has no idea, and it's all a guessing game. And why they have no idea has been proven the last couple of weeks with all the things coming out. They had no idea, and the day things come out, they have all the answers. So we're gonna talk about that. But before we do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and hit that bell notification. Now, before I get into the news, really quickly, because I made a video about selling the club, question mark, and I opened the video with saying, I think, not I know, people got mad. It was just a thing that I think is possible because there are good stories out there that the club or like Elkann, the family, is looking to sell big parts, shares of the club, and that's why I was assuming and think and believe it's a possibility that in the next couple of years, a definite sale, is on the table. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's on the board. That's all I've said. I never said it's a good thing. I don't even know if people listen to the entire video, but do if you comment. I never said it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. I just floated that idea and discussed that. But we're gonna talk about Allegri in this one because the news came out, as people has seen already. First from BM Sports. Now, I didn't tweet out that news report because, first of all, BM Sports, Juve links, I mean, that's all you need to know. You know, it's like we laugh about Calciomercato and Gazzetta dello Sport. Then we also need to laugh about BM Sports reporting about Juve. Like, it's as simple as that. And the moment, for me, if a news story starts with sources close to Juve or whatever told us, or like spread whatever, or have let known and all those things, I immediately think, yeah, that's bullshit. Forget about it. If you start a story like that, I don't want to hear it, especially if you're already not reliable as a news outlet on all these things, because this is big news. Like, it's not, I don't want to say that, like, a small signing, like you're signing a player for the youth academy. I don't know, like, that's massive news. So the moment that story came out and it was coming out the way it came out with sources close to the club told blah blah blah, I already dismissed it. And then afterwards I looked at it at the source, and it was what it is. Now, same goes for this one, because it's from Gazzetta dello Sport, but it's from Carlo Laudisa, who is bad. And I don't want to insult him, or like, I don't want to do him injustice or whatever, but he's really poor at his job. Like, he's a Milan one, like he's a Milan Inter watch or whatever, and he's already stinking in that job. He linked Messi to Inter. He linked Conte strongly to Juve. Like, in moments where there was not even a possibility for those things to happen. He's all over the place. It's a bad source, but I will read out the news because I do have some things to say. So he said a pact between Elkann and Allegri for a young and ambitious Juve has been made, basically. A new 4-year project on the horizon, a renewal in the summer is possible, and it was 27, basically. 4 years, and it was assuming 27. Elkann met with Allegri pre-Atalanta to ask him to stay. Now, the source, I've already said it, it's bad. Like, it's really, really poor. Like, it possibly, it can't get any worse than what it is. It is what it is. But because we have two of those stories out there, one is he's gonna get sacked, and the other one is 27. Like, it's two completely different things. Now, I still believe he's gonna walk at the end of the season because the team is not good. Like, he needs to work with a lot of youngsters. I don't think he is very good. I don't think he's willing to do that. Like, he's accepting it now, but I don't believe that's what he wants to do in his final years of his career, because he said many years ago at this age he wanted to retire. So I don't feel that he wants to do this. That's one. The second part is the 15 points deduction, no Europe possibly, the wage thing that is looking very, very messy, with players signing to not get paid but get paid later on. Then on the books, it seems like they never got paid, but then there are papers that say they did get paid. So why is that money not in the books? Now, that's only the few leaks that are out there. You need to have the full context. Maybe other papers show different things. So you need to be very careful with it, like with the 15 points deduction, and you go to court and the prosecutor is just playing wiretapes, cut in frames, and just the things he's letting the things he wants to be heard listen to the prosecutors or the judges, and not the things that put everything into context. Not the full snippet, but clips here and there just to make their point. So it's dangerous. You need the full context always with everything. So maybe things will come out about those wages, blah blah blah. But I think you can have a sense that the wage thing is gonna be a very bad look because something went wrong. I'll keep saying it. An entire board doesn't step down, sack basically, for no good reason. There is a good reason, and it's not a very good reason. It's a bad reason. As you can see at this moment in time, it's a really, really bad reason. That's just a reality. Now, I don't know what the punishments are going to be. I don't know what the evidence is. I have no idea. What I do know is that 10 people got sacked, and one of them is basically owns part of the club. Like, that's not normal. Like, something is going to happen. But we need to see. But going back to this story, again, it shows that the media has no idea at this moment in time. Like, clearly not, because it's not even A and B, it's A and Z. Like, it's completely far apart from each other. Same for the leaks, they had no clue, and then boom, the day after, they have all the answers. When the board stepped down, they had all the answers. But 2 hours ago, nobody had a clue about anything. So that again shows that there's no consistency or whatsoever. So we just need to speculate at this moment in time. Do I think Elkann will ask Allegri to stay? I do believe that. I 100% believe, and I think he will, if he hasn't, ask him to stay, do out his contract, stay longer, whatever. I just don't think Allegri is going to accept that. He might do out of his contract, but I still believe he's going to walk at the end of the season. I don't think he is willing to do this because, again, Cherubini is suspended. Like, there's not even a sporting director. Like, there's nothing at the team, at this team at the moment. Like, it's very difficult to work with. We're selling McKennie now, and you wonder, how are we even doing that? Who's doing that deal? And maybe selling is easy, but what about signing players? Because agents coming, like, I think you need, as a coach, and even a new coach, you need to keep all those things in mind. Which player is jumping, or like which agent is jumping to work with this club at this moment in time? Because there's so many question marks. If you're a good agent, you don't bring your player in this situation because it's very unclear. Like, you don't know, are we going to play in Europe? Is there going to be points deduction? Is it this? Is it that? What's the future? And all those things. It's very unclear. So it's very difficult for, I believe, a coach to do his job properly because there's so many things off the field that will put pressure on the field. Questions and all those things. It's not ideal, and I don't believe he's up for that. Now, I do know that after the game, after the presser from Atalanta, so post-game and during the game, Allegri changed. He flipped. He went from the good, son-in-law, the perfect son-in-law, to an absolute bad boy, celebrating what he usually doesn't do, the Sanitana quote and all those things. He changed tune a little bit. Why? I have no idea. Maybe he understood that they were kind of soft pre-game, Atalanta the day before as a club. Like, they came off soft and they switched it up. Or maybe he was told about the club in terms of, okay, we need to show some backbone. Like, we're going to win this thing in court or wherever. We know what we're doing, but you need to, maybe put some pressure in terms of, show some chest. I have no idea, but he flipped completely, which is very strange. But still, and I can be completely wrong. Again, that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you think he's gonna stay and he's open, or like he's happy, or he's eager to do this job. I just don't believe it personally. I just don't see it with all the things coming his way on the club. So many players leaving, players he actually like, experienced older players, and with a very uncertain future, do we have money? Can we sign players? I don't think he wants to be part of it. I'm not gonna lie, and not because he doesn't love the club, because I actually do believe, like, he doesn't openly say it. He's very, I don't say, protective about what he says. But if you say no to Real Madrid and you come to Juve and all those things, I think he clearly loves the club, whatever. And he said it the day he got sacked, that he has been a fan, all those things, blah blah blah. But still, I find it hard to grasp, to understand if he would stay for so many different reasons. But let's see, I guess, because the stories are completely different. Maybe he's gonna stay. Maybe he will sign a new deal. Maybe he will tell the club no. Like, it's all guessing at this moment, like the media is doing, basically. But there's time to do that now because, again, 15 points off, reaching top four in this way is impossible. Like, it's just what it is. Like, it's almost impossible. Like, you need to have the most insane run ever, and the other ones need to have the most insane drop off collectively ever. And you might say, look at Inter, they lost. Look at Milan, they lost. But Lazio won because they played against Milan. So it's very difficult for me, impossible to do. So that's why the focus is being shifted. But keep in mind, Monday we will know more. And we will know more in terms of the club will appeal it, but you will have a grasp of they have a shot or they have absolutely no shot. Because maybe there will be proof out there we never heard about, or leaks we never heard about. That could be the case, so we will know that Monday, and in a few weeks time or days we will know about those wage investigations, which at this moment in time, again, with not the entire context, it's not looking good. It's looking very bad, actually. So, and I know there are stories out there, Article 31, you can be fined 3 times the wages you held back or whatever, and all those things. You can get more points. You get relegated to Serie B. You just need to wait now because it's all over the place. We don't know. And it's frustrating because, when you read things about, it's possible, it's Serie B, and you're like, how? And you don't understand. And then you have leaks and you're like, okay, I saw an article, I'm like, and you read the article and you're like, okay, but things are missing in this article, so not sure what to do with it because it's like pictures of half of pieces of paper, and you're like, okay, what's the rest? Like, it's very difficult to find a context. So I think we just need to wait for this one. But on this, I still believe he's gone at the end of the season, but I can be completely wrong, of course. But let me know in the comments what you think, if he's gonna stay, if he's gonna leave. All that good stuff. Let me know. But please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification because me and Julian will drop a podcast on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you back very soon. Ciao.